Today, we're taking a closer look at the debut model of a Korean brand, Varon Chiri. The model is called Blazer, and in their own words, it is a beginning of heritage, meaning they plan on staying and making more models. Whenever a brand decides to launch something original, especially as their first model, they will always get respect and praise from me even if I end up disliking the watch, because they're taking the hard way full of risk and potential loss. Brands usually play it safe by launching homages of popular and iconic watches, and then after they get their footing in the market, some, not all, will eventually try something original. Some simply stay in the homage market and never leave it, as it is a safe place to be. You know people will be buying them, so they're kind of like a safe bet. I have nothing against homage watches and owned quite a few over the years, but I always prefer a watch that is trying to offer something different and original. Varon Chiri took that high-risk path, and only tried to find out the taste of watch enthusiasts by launching polls on watch forums. Finally, they completed this, an elegant piece that is conservatively sized and styled. With 38.5mm in diameter, it wears great on even the smallest of wrists, thanks to a short lug-to-lug of 45 and female end link of the bracelet that makes it the total lug-to-lug. What impresses and makes it wear even better is the thickness, or lack of, as this is just 9.7mm thick, which makes it part of the ever-decreasing group of watches under 10mm in thickness. With divers, I'm okay with increased thickness as they're meant to be chunky, but when I see a dressy piece like this and it is more than 11, and sometimes even more than 12, I'm looking at you, Grand Seiko, it makes me dismiss the watch altogether. The lack of thickness is the result of the movement used, a Miyota 9039, which is a more premium Japanese automatic than what we usually find in micros. Not only is it thinner, but also has a higher beat rate at 28,800 bph, giving the long polished seconds hand a smoother glide. The case is also conservatively shaped and, in true dressy nature, a mix of highly polished surfaces and some brushing mostly on the sides. Combined with the solid link bracelet with polished center links, this is a flashy piece and one that will pick up scratches. The dial comes in a few color variants and they sent me the green one as I like it the most. It is simple in design but beautifully finished with a sunburst effect and polished faceted markers and hands. There is no lume whatsoever, as a true dress watch should be, and no date, making it simple and perfectly symmetrical. The facets on the hands and markers shimmer and play with the light as you move the watch around, stopping it from becoming simple to the point of being boring. The finish is not perfect, as you can see some foreign material and irregularities in markers polishing, but only under macro. Viewed with your naked eyes, it does seem perfect. The one thing I don't like about the watch is the additional chaptering with its own markers. To me, it is unnecessary, and although it accentuates the depth of the dial somewhat, it just makes the overall simple watch unnecessarily busy. It is the one thing I would change by completely ditching it and expanding the dial to the edge of the crystal, but that's just my personal taste. At just under $500, it is priced like most watches in the market with these specs, movement included. And although it doesn't move me nor excite me personally, I can appreciate the quality of execution and the already mentioned fact that they went for an all-original design for their debut model. I really hope they have success with this model so we can see what else they will offer in the future, as any brand that takes the harder original route deserves more than just one chance at success. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed and found it useful. If you did, please like and subscribe, and until the next video, bye.